Fermanagh Fun Farm is a social enterprise, not-for-profit making organisation based here in Lisbellaw in County Fermanagh. We are a fun farm attraction, and we've diversified even more this year by bringing in different courses now for adults with disabilities as well. So it was a working farm. It was actually a dairy farm when my gran and granda were here, and then my uncles had it as a beef and a sheep farm, and now we've took it on as a social enterprise. When we first opened, we had COVID to deal with, and then we had to get through all of that there, and then we were reaching out to our local secondary schools and getting them involved and doing animal care courses here as well. So the whole idea behind it all was my background was teaching, and I did work in a school for young people with disabilities, and I noticed when I worked in a school there was gaps in the opportunities they had compared to those children who I worked with in mainstream education. And the second thing about it was the fun farm, as a fun farm attraction, people only want to come in the spring and the summer, and they only want to come in the school holidays. So effectively the farm's lying here 5 days a week not being used. So we thought, how can we maximise the use of the facilities here? Rather than having the place shut, we thought we'd get different groups and different organisations then to be using the facilities. So that we spoke to the management of Killadeas Day Care Centre. They were very keen to get their participants out of the centre and into the community. So it helped them out and it helped us out as well to be able to maximise the use of the facilities here. It's great to see the adults coming onto the farm and the joy they get from it. It's great to see them coming out and being part of a community and actually doing something worthwhile. So even coming out here and actually helping us feed the animals, they're making a difference. And it also means they're actually doing something worthwhile. So they really do enjoy coming out. You see the smiles on their faces as they come off the buses, and there's a real buzz about the place. So really excited about the whole idea. It's just starting out just now, and I feel if it goes the right direction, it could grow arms and legs and be so much benefit to not only the adults but to our local community as well, because if we're putting on a fence here, our local community can come out and about and enjoy all the facilities here as well.
Well, Alan, who runs the Fun Farm with his committee, he approached me to ask me if I'd like to work with the service users from Killadeas Day Care Centre, and I said certainly. And so we've all met just basically about a month ago. And when we met, I found out which ones wanted to say lines, which one wanted to dance, so we started to introduce the idea of what acting was about in their stage. So what's going to happen here in December is they're all going to come together and they're going to do 3 performances, 2 evening and a day performance, and everyone they know and people they don't know are going to come, and they have written a script. What I like is that it's being driven by the actors. Do you know what I mean? It's not me coming in and saying, right, this is the play we're going to do. Do you know what I mean? So every time you come in, there's a flow. Do you know what I mean? And there's also that, I suppose, too, when you deliver work or you direct work, you know what I mean, and you produce work with students, is that there's that joy of seeing how it's developing, you know, language, connection, communication. And also, I suppose, what we have to realise too is that it's providing kind of a platform that maybe isn't always accessible. Do you know what I mean? For adults with additional needs to be able to come in and put together their own play and have an ownership of that. And there's no reason why we shouldn't be doing more of this. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what we're hoping is that when our audience come, that they'll be as blown away as we are by the process that we're having doing this weekly.
So in this area, we're in a very rural area, we would have a high level of isolation, especially among our adults, our elderly, and it's given them that opportunity. So we, on a Friday morning, will be seeing a regular group of ladies coming out. Most of those ladies that come from the village would be living on their own now, so and it's giving them a place to come and socialise. So it's benefiting them, it's benefiting us, and it's benefiting the adults who are getting the qualifications as well. From a personal point of view, I just think it's great we have this facility to maximise the use of it, rather than having it shut during the week. This try maximise the use of that there, and if we can keep covering the cost of doing that, then we can keep doing that for our community.